Hey, Dan. Hello, everyone. This is Sean Franklin, and I'm responding to discussion board 6 on grieving special types of losses. Okay, so of the special types of losses discussed in grief counseling, I view traumatic loss as one of the most difficult to grieve because it combines the pain of bereavement with the shock of the event itself. Many of you heard my previous video about my daughter, my 13-year-old daughter dying in 2021, and the conjoint of emotional attacks. It's what it feels like that comes against you, trying to process the death, the grief process, and then trying to deal with the ever alarming behavior of trauma, which often is a mixed episodes of depression and anxiety. It impacts us differently in all people. Um, so when a death is sudden, violent, or disturbing, the grieving person is often not only mourning the relationship, but also trying to make sense of the way the loss happened. And as a father that has lost someone that's a child, it's a hard position to be in, like self blame, uh, just so much. And in my instance, it was one more day, and she would be permanently living with me in Houston. Why couldn't there be one more day? The combination, uh, of course, can leave a person emotionally overwhelmed and mentally stuck. Boland and Smid, 2017, noted that traumatic loss can intensify psychological distress because grief and trauma symptoms are often become intertwined. There it is. For me, this stands out as especially difficult because the client is not just grieving what was lost, but also carrying the impact of how it was lost. So one example, apart from what I've already shared about my personal life, would be a parent whose child unexpectedly um, dies in a violent accident. In that case, like that case, the parent may struggle with intrusive thoughts, guilt, shock, and a deep sense of meaninglessness. Instead of moving gradually through the mourning process, the person may become emotionally frozen or preoccupied with the details of the death. In counseling, I would want to create a safe space where the client can express grief honestly while also regulating overwhelming emotions because I tend to think in a psychoanalytical way. And I would also want to listen for what the loss has stirred up underneath the surface, such as unresolved fear, helplessness, anger, and earlier experiences of loss. Warden 2018. The special types of loss, this special type of loss or this special type of loss, I would find most challenging to the work um, with also trauma loss. I think it would be difficult for me because stories of sudden and painful death can trigger a strong emotional response, especially when they involve disruptive identity, helplessness, or shattered meaning. If I notice myself becoming triggered, I would need to stay grounded in the moment, remaining fully present for the client, and process my own reaction later through supervision, reflection, and self care. I think handling my um, responsibility responsibly is part of the ethical counseling because the client's grief must remain at the center of the work. Shear 2015, Warden 2018. My references also are attached. Thank you guys. Look forward to seeing and hearing your chats.